Hello, hello! Today we're gonna do the Daily Stuff Tracker, which by opinion is the best time tracking tool you can ever have in a physical bullet journal. But why do you need it? Well, give me a minute to explain. So we all know the feeling of having tasks in your bullet journal and every day you're doing them, and at the end of the day you feel like you did nothing, or opposite, you did so many things but you have no time for your hobbies, only work or study. Every one of us at least once have felt the feeling that you don't have time for the things that you love, and like the work or the study is taking all your 24 hours per day. But you're wrong, actually we have a lot of time, and this tracker will show you where your time goes. Let's do a simple math. In 1 week we have 168 hours. We sleep 8 hours per day. Well, at least you should sleep 8 hours per day, so you multiply it by 7 and we have 56. Okay, so far so good. When we remove the sleeping time from those 168 hours, we have 112 hours left. Okay, you're studying or going to work. Let's dedicate 8 hours per day for this school or work activity. 8 by 5 is 40 hours. We subtract those 40 hours from the 112 hours that we have, and we have 72 hours. We're almost there, bear with me. Let's dedicate 2 hours per day for some stuff such as taking a shower, brushing teeth or doing makeup. So 72 minus 14 is like 58 hours. And let's subtract 1 more hour per day for transportation, because you need to go to school, you need to go to meet friends in the weekends. So yes, 58 minus 7 is 51. So beside all the work, sleep, preparations, we still have 51 hours per week, guys. This is a lot of free time. This is our free time. But where does it go? Well, the Daily Stuff Tracker will help you finding where you have a time leakage. Now I'm gonna explain the basic idea, and then we're gonna create one ourselves. As I'm filming March, I'm gonna use my March as an example. So basically I choose 5 main colors for each month. Well, right now I'm using 5, but you can choose more than 5 if you need to. So basically I have dark green for sleep, light green for work, grayish kinda for social, ochre for family, and black dark for other. Well, I kinda misplaced this one here. And how I feel it? Well, you have seen trackers like this, usually they're made for sleeping, but they only have one color. So the new thing here is that you have many colors. Basically right now it's 6th of March, so I'm right here, and when you finish some kind of activity you actually open your journal and start filling. So basically today I just woke up and start filming this one, so I haven't done anything yet. So yesterday I went to bed at like 23 o'clock. By the way, I'm in European time, so I'm working with the military system that you have in United States, but don't worry about this. Basically from this point right here I'm going AM and here is PM. As we all know what is AM and what is PM, I'm gonna talk in this way. So yesterday I went to bed at 11 PM and I'm gonna cover this part right here, and then because today I slept till 10 o'clock I cover all that part over here. Basically this is all I do with my sleeping tracker. Then usually, you know, these days I went to work, so I should use that green here, but unfortunately I got sick. Maybe you hear from my voice. So right now on 2nd of March I actually came home so I can heal myself. So here my work actually ended right here in 12 o'clock, and then this day I was kind of dead in my bed, so I did nothing. Literally I did nothing. But on 4th of March I got better, so I got some homework to do. I mean homework for my work. I did my work for like 3 hours, from 12 o'clock till 3 PM. And this is how basically that tracker works. You fill your activities and you basically divide them into main groups. I mean, the big mistake that people do sometimes when they see trackers like this, they're gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna track everything. I'm gonna have separate color for brushing my teeth, for going to the toilet. No, people, it's not that idea. You're gonna get confused in the colors. So the important thing here is to choose, for example, up to 7 different colors. While I was actively studying in university, not only writing my final project, I got two different covers, one for staying into the university and another one for studying at home for the university. So basically I know how much time I spent into the building and how much time I spent in my home studying. It was interesting thing to track, by the way, because as much attention I got in the class, less time I spent studying in home, because I was learning things into the class. Anyway, so this is basically how this tracker works. I have also separate cover for my family because I really want to know how much time I spent with my family, and I also have cover for others. So others is basically everything that I do. It's actually productive thing. For example, I needed to, I don't know, go some shopping for some groceries. But for example, here I was sick those 2 days and literally I didn't do anything. I was just staying in my bed and watching movies. So I cannot cover this in brown because this is not other. I mean, it's not wasted time, but it's not time that I was doing tasks. And this is the key to this tracker actually. If you're covering only the stuff that you're actually doing, you can see where your time goes, literally. And let me show you my February daily stuff tracker where you can see what I mean. So for example, right here, this is actually pretty full daily stuff tracker where you can see how I was sleeping. Here is my work schedule. Here I was on a ski camp with my university, and you see that right here, this is my cover for social, and you can see how social I was awake till like 6 in the morning. It's normal, it's a student camp, so yeah, I'm allowed to do that. I had a problem in my work that I didn't got the hours that I needed to. So I'm working engineering, but I'm lucky because I don't have like specific start time. I don't need to start at 9 exactly and finish at 5 exactly. I just can wake up and go to work wherever I want because I can work at home. So I had some kind of problem that I was waking up at 7 and at the end I just came to work at like 11 o'clock, which is amazing. I mean, how can I do that at all? And by this tracker, I found out that I have problem in those 3 days, and I did some kind of investigation to do what was losing my time here. Turned out that when I wake up, I start cleaning my room, I then start calling my grandmas, and just like that 3 hours have passed, and this is a missing time from my work. Well, work is not the most important thing, but yet I got missing hours. So this is how I find out, and basically this is how daily stuff tracker works. So besides using less covers, another really important thing is that you need to basically track when you do something. It can be very time consuming to always open the journal and fill the cover, but if you have a time leakage somewhere, this is the only way that you can do this. This is kind of time blocking technique, by the way. The time blocking, it's a really productive way to do your things, but unfortunately time blocking is not very useful for physical bullet journal because you need to always rearrange the tasks, and this is not possible when you write them physically right here. It's perfect for Google Calendar, for example, but not for physical bullet journal. So this one here I think is the most useful tracker. Okay, enough talking, let's do one tracker. We go to our April. If you haven't seen my April plan with me video, here it is, the final result. You can see how we make those amazing watercolors, and here actually we have time and space to do our daily stuff tracker. Usually I leave just 2 squares on the left, so I start right here. Hi there, this is VoiceOver Emilia, as my camera stopped while recording, and I'm gonna just talk again about the things through my phone. I always start to write the days from the bottom, where actually I put my final date, in this case is 30. In this way I don't need to count from where I need to start with the date first, I just eventually go there. We have the dates on the vertical and we have the hours on the horizontal. As you noticed, this time I did the hours differently than before, just to give an example of how you can change your tracker. I wrote the hours not with a 20-hour format, but 2 by 12 hours, and I marked them PM and AM. This is for the people that use 12-hour format. Other thing that I decided to try is not to write the hours of the date every single line,
As I said in the previous video, usually I like to lose 5 minutes in the start of the month in writing from 1 to 24 on every line, as later when I start feeling it throughout the month, it's more easy for me to cover. The way that I did it now, only with one line of hours, is way more lazy to do in the beginning, as you are not writing numbers like crazy, but throughout the month maybe you need to follow more precisely the top marker hours. I've never did it like this before, but as I want to make it a full explanation in this video about this tracker, I decided to give it a shot. Maybe in the next month I will share with you if I like this lazy type of daily tracker or not.
I will go back to my final page so I can explain maybe the last thing right here. You have the squares, you know, here is written 9, here is written 10, and here actually we have the dots. I'm just writing this in a bigger size. Yeah, you imagine the lines right here. Basically, if you started doing something from 9 o'clock, 9 o'clock actually starts here at the end of the square 9. This kind of complicated. I know you don't start from here, but why? Imagine your years. When you're born, you basically don't have 1 year. You celebrate your 1 year birthday when you do a full circle around the earth, right? And this is actually your first full year. But here in this whole process, you're part of your first year. So in the same way, here actually is 8 o'clock. Here is 8:30, and here is 9 o'clock. Here is 9:30. And this way, when you get to 12 o'clock at the end of the line, here is 11 p.m., right? Here is 11:30, and here is 12 p.m. or 00, it depends on your country. And from now on, you go to the line below and start from 1. And here basically is again 00. You see, if you're doing it another way around, let me explain. So let's see, I'm gonna take this one right here. And if you start 10 o'clock from right here, you know, here is not 9, but you want to be 10. And here is 11. At some point when you get to 12 o'clock, here actually is gonna be 12 o'clock, and here is gonna be 1, which is not fair, right? But anyway, it's your journal, you can do whatever you like with it. And because I forgot doing the things, I'm gonna pass right here and start coloring. So right now I only need 5 colors, and I'm gonna do them for separate things. Always my darkest one is for sleeping. I don't know, I just like doing this. Then I'm gonna do my work. This is gonna be my socials. Here I'm gonna do my others. Usually I try my others to be the most grayish color, and at the end I have my family right here. It's really nice color, I really like this one. It's my new one, you see it's different from the others. And here I have my family. And yep, right now guys, actually we have set our daily stuff tracker from the beginning to the end. It's really easy, I think, and it's really helpful. Thanks for bearing with me through the whole process. Yep, if you have any questions, I'm down below in the comments. Probably I haven't described everything properly because I'm talking real time, and sometimes English can be really difficult for me, but yep, thank you for staying till the end. I hope that this one is gonna be really helpful for you. In the next video that I'm gonna upload just in a few days, you're gonna see how I make this beautiful spread right here. So make sure to check it out, and until then, don't forget to stay on the sunny side.